Have you ever thought about how you should behave when someone disrespects you in public, or makes an unpleasant joke that leaves you feeling belittled or embarrassed? How can you gain respect even from those who habitually seem not to recognize the value of others? How do you earn respect from people who have a tendency to devalue those around them? Throughout this video, we will explore several psychological tips and techniques that will allow you to deal with such situations effectively, ensuring that you gain the immediate respect of those around you. Watch until the end, because we will show you exactly how to behave when someone tries to ridicule you publicly. Let's start by analyzing the reasons why you might find yourself in these kinds of situations, and by understanding why sometimes you don't receive the respect you deserve. In many cases, the problem is not related to feelings of hatred or contempt towards you, but rather to the opportunism that characterizes certain people. There are individuals who, in order to improve their position, try to get ahead by taking advantage of others. This type of behavior is common both in groups of friends and in work environments, where some people see others merely as tools to advance and distinguish themselves. To avoid becoming the target of this dynamic, it is essential that you begin to establish respect for yourself right from the start. But what exactly does gaining respect mean? It is not about imposing respect on someone, but about preventing them from taking advantage of you to make themselves look better. If the situation requires it, you must also be willing to distance yourself from environments that do not value your presence. However, it is always preferable to prevent things from escalating to this extreme. For that reason, we will now share some practical tips for dealing with situations in which someone tries to belittle you, whether in work, social, or family contexts. Before continuing, we invite you to support our work. Leave a like on this video and subscribe to the Mental Dose channel if you haven't already done so. Now, without further ado, let's move on to the first tip. First tip: first impressions matter a lot. When you meet someone, stand up to shake their hand. Don't stay seated, and make sure you maintain eye contact. If you remain seated while greeting someone, you will automatically be at a disadvantage, with the other person looking down on you and unconsciously creating a perception of submission. Another common mistake is to look at the other person's hand when greeting or introducing yourself. When you do this, instead of looking into their eyes, your head tilts slightly downward, further fueling the idea of submission. So whenever someone approaches you to greet you, stand up and look them in the eye as you shake hands. Second tip: when someone interrupts you in public, if you are speaking and someone cuts you off, the best thing to do is to fix that person with a firm and determined look. This simple gesture sends a powerful message, making them realize that they have made a mistake. At that point, you can politely ask to take over again, using expressions such as, "Can I continue?" or "Can I pick up where I left off?" This approach makes it clear that their behavior was disrespectful and that you will not tolerate being interrupted without reason. Often, this simple look of disapproval is enough to make the person stop. This strategy works very well in public contexts, and it's not even necessary to stare in a threatening way. Simply maintaining calm eye contact is enough for the other person to understand on their own that it's time to stop drawing attention to themselves. Third tip: when someone tries to humiliate you with a joke in a group, adopt this strategy. Don't react immediately. Pretend you didn't hear or understand the joke. Then calmly look at the person who made it and ask them to repeat it. You could say something like, "Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Could you repeat that?" This behavior makes it clear that the joke didn't affect you at all, and it puts the person who made it in a difficult position since they are forced to repeat it. Repeating a joke almost always diminishes its impact, especially in front of others. Not only will you avoid feeling uncomfortable, but you will turn the situation in your favor by making the joker feel embarrassed. After all, telling a joke a second time rarely has the same comic impact as the first. With this move, you remove the awkwardness from yourself and place it on the person who tried to ridicule you. Fourth tip: responding to provocation with an unexpected question. When someone tries to provoke you or make you angry, use this psychological technique. Ask a question or make a comment completely out of context, something that has nothing to do with the conversation. For example, you could say, "Do you know a good place to get coffee near here?" or "I think I wore too much perfume today." The important thing is to make it seem natural so the other person doesn't suspect you're doing it deliberately. This technique interrupts the flow of provocation and forces them to lose the thread of their attempt to put you in difficulty. Fifth and final tip, walking away. As we said at the beginning, people are not obligated to respect you, but at the same time you are not obligated to tolerate disrespect. If you realize that someone is not willing to give you the respect you deserve, then it is time to walk away. Walking away does not mean defeat. On the contrary, it shows that you would rather be an appreciated absence than a devalued presence. Now, we would like to know, have you ever experienced one of these situations? How did you react? Leave a comment with your experience and share your thoughts on this topic. See you in the next video.